Hello everybody, I'm Nora Burrows. I just got back from a 4-day retreat with my guild and boy did we have fun. I sat at a big table of 4, me and 3 other wonderful women, some of my favorite guild members. I took a little bit of a video, so take a look at some of the trouble we made.
Do I go all the way?
Now this is Joyce. Hi Joyce.
Hi.
Now tell me what you're working on.
Well, I wouldn't have been working on it if you hadn't goaded me to continue with it. And Nora will show you what the first step was in making whatever it is I'm making.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what I'm making, but right now I'm putting together bits and pieces of red and white.
Oh, it's so good.
And building sort of architectural shapes.
It is architectural.
Yeah, I think of this as sort of an urban quilt. And I love that some of the reds are dark and some of them already have geometrical elements inherent in them. In fact, I think I've chosen only ones that had either circles or stripes in them. So no flowers, nothing curvy, nothing
I had not
natural.
noticed that.
Yes.
That is so true.
Yes, so I can show you other
Yes,
bits
I want to
and
see those
pieces.
things over here.
Well, actually, here's a wavy stripe.
Yep.
But it is a stripe.
It is
so
still a
it's
stripe.
Okay. It's
Yep.
not a leaf.
Well, and a circle is what do you call it?
Well, it's a curved line, but
Thank
that's
you.
okay. And this is,
Curved line.
I thought maybe every time I get stuck, I'll just make a new beginning of a log cabin.
Yep.
And then that'll get me going again. And I do like log cabins. They're so simple and so versatile.
That's a great tactic too, because these kinds of things you can get stuck easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It ends up being a strategic problem because, you know, once you've finished up, closed your seams, how do I add to the top now? I have to always rip out a little bit.
And that's what I want to know, how you're going to do that.
Yeah,
How do you do-
well,
so you
I
rip
just-
out a little bit. You have to seam rip
I'll
a
rip
tiny
out a
bit.
½ inch, and it doesn't matter. You could rip out 2 inches while you're at it. Running a seam is nothing if you have to do it.
Yep.
So you just do a little more.
So show me now. Now you're going to show me the. So here's the larger piece that those smaller bits are now
They might
eventually
end
going to be
up,
part
yeah.
of. Yes. Oh,
So
Joyce.
I don't know how. I
is
decided
so
I
good.
might call these episodes. So this was the first episode, and I don't know what it's leading to. Mm-hmm. One doesn't know.
But all the episodes will be in one piece. You're thinking.
Well, you know, possibly not. Yeah,
Possibly not. Maybe it's a series.
Yeah.
The episodes could be the
or
series
a
or
little
a
triptych, which I've wanted to do a triptych for 10 years, so maybe this is it.
Maybe this is
I
it.
wasn't thinking it was, but maybe it is.
Yeah, this is
Sure.
Casey.
Hi.
And Casey, you can tell me what
So
you're doing.
Let's see what I started with. I
Okay.
started with a little kit that made this table runner. That's here. It's okay. It's a little busy for me, but I'm glad it's done. I'll either give it as a gift or use it in our small quilt auction.
So you had the checkerboard you created, but
I created
you created
it.
the checkerboard.
Yeah, by making 2.5-inch strips, sewing them together, and then cutting them 2.5 inches to
Yep.
make the checkerboard.
Yep.
I love birds. So this one's okay, but
And then will you show me the fabric you were thinking of for the border? Because I know you decided
sure.
maybe something else. But
I was
I would like to
thinking
see.
about this is what came with the kit for the border, but it just is too busy for me.
I think so too.
So I'm
yeah.
going to use where is it? I'm going to use just a solid blue, which I have hiding somewhere.
There it is. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. So
Doesn't matter where it is.
this will get finished at home with my solid blue, but what I'm really loving now
Yeah.
is left over from the kit is more of this pattern.
I love that fabric so much.
So I'm going to
Oh.
make pot holders. And in order to do pot holders, there are 2 ways that I do it. One way is I've got my backing. I have 3 layers of batting that's left over from a quilt.
And you only need little small pieces, so
Yeah.
it is all left over. Okay,
Yeah.
great.
Then I put my top, and then I just put a regular 2.5. One way of doing it is just a regular, 2.5-inch binding around it,
Yeah.
and I can put a loop in here.
I like the loop. I saw the loop from yesterday.
Because there's
I like
another.
the loop.
So this is the pot holders that I do with a binding, but another way to do pot holders.
These are the ones. Yes.
Yeah, is you just turn them inside out.
So cute. And you're calling this Plaid Dog, right?
Yeah, my son works for a recording studio that's called Plaid Dog. So this is for his
So
boss.
it's a Plaid Dog.
Yep, and these are the ones with the loops.
Yep. And then you have leftover
I'm gonna,
pieces. So
I'm
you'll
gonna
do something with that too.
Maybe
Figure it
more
out.
pot holders.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So Barbara
Right.
is jumping from many projects, one to the other, and now you're on to some
Okay.
strips.
Well,
Tell me.
yes, and I got the idea from this picture. I don't know where I found it. It's called Liberated Shirtings, and it's a Gwen Marston design, right? So I've been saving fabric sheets. This was a pajama bottom in really
my
good
gosh.
shape.
So that already existed. That man on there.
Yes, it did.
So fun.
So I cut, 3.5 inches to make sure I'd be able to get it in. And there's no rhyme or reason per se, and the sun's coming in, so it's kind of hard to see. But I'm inserting colors. Now, I also am using a charm pack. This was Moda Charm Pack. I don't know, I won it someplace. But I thought I'm going to use all those,
They're perfect.
in here somehow.
Yes.
But it's shirting as well. I mean, here's an old shirt of my husband's, and I love plaids.
I love plaids too.
I love stripes. This is
yes.
like a seersucker too. You
yes,
feel that,
so it has
right?
that little bit of a
And
texture
feel
to
this.
it.
This is seersucker.
Yep.
And so there's sheets from baby cribs in here.
Yep.
And this was a sheet. It was I go to the Salvation Army, and anything that's in really good shape, is especially if it's a top sheet, not a bottom sheet, I will buy it and I'll recycle it.
Yep. Upcycle.
Upcycle. And so, and
Ooh, look at this
yeah,
piece.
that was from a quilt that I made my nephew when he had a baby. It was part of it, and I have some leftover. So, and this I had made a shirt out of a couple years ago, and this was leftover. So, I wanted to, give something in it. So, and I'd still, I like that.
Yeah. No, I like that.
I do too.
That with the floral. I love like an unexpected plaid with a floral.
Yeah, actually, all 4 of these right
They do.
now, I'm
Yep.
liking.
You could
I'm
do a
liking.
whole thing just of those.
Right, I
Yes.
could. So this is what I'm working on.
So I also wanted to show, which we haven't talked about, how you've organized this because you have wrote. So it's super easy for you. The 2.5 inches.
because and 2
then the
inches,
2
and these are
inches,
3.5.
right? So you don't have to
Because
keep measuring. You just have it all.
I'm gonna choose a 3.5 and a 3.5 to sew together.
So smart.
Right? But then I've got to do, I make something in between.
Yes.
Like
Yep.
a pop, like one of these. So like that,
Like
but
this.
yeah,
Yes.
something like that,
Yes. Yep.
or this one,
Yes.
or how about I like that one. I thought that was fun.
Yep.
Little
Yep.
thing.
Yep.
And so somewhere along the line, with the help of my friends here today, I'm going to start putting them together. It's going to be a lot of seams.
I can't wait to see it.
But I'm going to start.
It's going to be very meditative, I think.
I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Casey found her blue. It was on the ground
Right.
under her feet.
So
see it.
I think that this would be a much better.
I think that's so much better. That's
Yeah.
kind of the perfect, beautiful blue. Is it a batik?
It's a batik, yeah.
Ah, that's great. All right.
So I have more of that at home, and that will be the binding.
Awesome. Love
Yay.
it.
In here, hot water, half hot water, little scoop, mix it up. I put a little honey in, then I add more hot water, and sometimes milk. So it's this really nice, delicious chai drink. And it's
And you don't have to strain it?
oh no, it all dissolved. Do you want to hear what's in here?
Yeah.
Ingredients are naturally brewed and flash dried black tea powder, ginger root powder, ground cardamom, ground black pepper, powdered star anise, powdered cinnamon, ground nutmeg, and ground cloves. Ooh.
It sounds like it's very healthy.
Oh, and it's all organic.
Where'd you get it?
Online, Blue Lotus.
Next day, Joyce is fussying with some blocks here. Joyce, where did you get these blocks from?
Well, when my term as president was up, there's a tradition that the Guild gives the outgoing president a bunch of blocks of a certain kind, different every time, but that has a uniformity amongst them. And they gave me 100 of these 9-patch blocks.
I didn't realize you got 100 blocks.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
That's why I'm making about 4 quilts out of them. And then each one was supposed to be, I think, a primary or secondary color, but uniform. So this is all blues, this is all like aquas. And, anyway, they're so much fun to play with. And
They're so fun. Which one is just immediately the first thing that comes to your mind? Which is your favorite block that's on?
on the table here?
Yeah, this is not one that I didn't make a block on this particular table, so it's okay if you don't
I
pick
don't
mine.
know. I love several of them. I really like this one.
Okay, let's get a good one of this one. Let's
I
see
like
that
the
perfect
bits
block.
of red and pink.
Do you know who made this one?
I did know.
Because some of them are signed, and Joyce is enjoying seeing the ones that are signed, and some of them are not. So that one might not be signed, or it might already be sewn into the seam because I think people
Yeah.
signed on the seam. Okay, cool. And then I'm going to show the audience here a little glimpse of what I'm making over here. It's kind of funny. It's a donkey with a chicken on its back. Hilarious, isn't it hilarious, Joyce? My husband, when we were dating, liked a ornament with a donkey with a chicken on its back. I don't know, so I just thought it was really funny. And there it is, so now it's in fabric, it's on a quilt. And now Joyce is helping me. She's getting everything
I'm just
laid out
neatening it
in
up
my
so that
sun.
all of you seeing this on the video can enjoy.
Can see
getting
the true vision,
bright
right?
sunshine coming.
The bright sunshine. All right. Now I do realize that I messed up and I shot the video vertical for some of it instead of horizontal, which was a little problematic. We had a lot of foreheads being cut off there, but that's okay. I'll do better next time. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.